Indonesia, alma mater tercinta, junjungan kita.
Literary research is not just about reading books or quoting famous critics. It's about asking the right questions, choosing the right methods, and understanding the deeper systems that shape how literature is produced, interpreted, and valued. Hello, and welcome to Methodology of Literary Research. I am Yuseano Kardiansyah, and I'll be guiding you through this essential course that lies at the heart of your journey as a literary scholar. Because research is not just a requirement, it's how we make literature speak again in new, meaningful ways. In this course, we'll dive into the theoretical frameworks, research designs, and analytical tools that will empower you not only to write a strong thesis, but also to contribute meaningfully to scholarly conversations in literature and culture. Whether your focus is classical texts, contemporary narratives, digital literature, or interdisciplinary themes, this methodology course is designed to give you the critical foundations and research confidence you need. In this subject, the students will learn the methodology of literary research theoretically and practically. They will also learn how to write a research proposals effectively and efficiently. Therefore, this subject will enable students to write a research proposal on literary studies. There are 3 program learning outcomes to be achieved by the students in the class. Number 1, students are able to demonstrate academic integrity. As you know, that academic integrity is about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It forms the foundations of credible education, builds personal character, and prepares students to be ethical professionals and global citizens. Number 2, students are able to demonstrate understanding of critical theory in English language studies. This learning outcome expects students to go beyond memorizations of theory names. It's about using theory actively to better understand and critique the English language, its use in text, and its role in society. Number 3, students are able to use knowledge of analysis in literary, linguistics, or educational theories in the research and profession. This means that students are not just learning what theories are, but are trained to use them skillfully in both scholarly and real-world settings, across literature, language, and education. Besides that, we also have course learning outcome to be achieved by the students. Number 1, students are able to explain issues, theories, and methods necessary for conducting literary research. Here, students will develop the ability to clearly identify and articulate key issues in literary studies, including questions of interpretation, representations, ideology, and cultural context. They will be able to engage critically with a range of literary theories, from structuralism and post-structuralism to feminism, post-colonialism, eco-criticism, and beyond, and apply these theoretical frameworks to the analysis of texts. Additionally, students will be equipped to explain and justify various methodological approaches used in literary research, such as close reading, comparative analysis, archival research, digital humanities tools, or ethnographic methods when relevant. This competence ensures that students are well prepared to design, conduct, and present scholarly literary research at the postgraduate level with intellectual rigor and methodological clarity. Number 2, students are able to demonstrate academic ethics in literary research. This outcome ensures that students will be able to uphold the highest standards of academic integrity throughout all stages of literary research. This includes giving proper credit through accurate citations and referencing, avoiding all forms of plagiarisms, and responsibly using sources, whether textual, digital, or oral. They will demonstrate ethical awareness in data collections and analysis, including when engaging with living subjects, if applicable, respecting intellectual property rights, and ensuring transparency and honesty in their arguments and findings. Moreover, students will be encouraged to engage in fair academic dialogue, acknowledging multiple perspectives and maintaining a respectful, responsible stance as contributors to the broader fields of literary scholarship. And number 3, students are able to conduct their research and write a research proposal on literature. Here, students will be equipped with the necessary skills to design and carry out independent literary research, grounded in clear research questions, relevant theoretical frameworks, and appropriate methodological approaches. They will be able to identify significant issues or gaps in literary studies, formulate objectives, and build a coherent rationale for their research. Additionally, they will demonstrate the ability to organize their ideas into a structured and academically sound research proposal, including a clear introduction, literature review, research questions, methodology, expected contributions, and references. The proposal will reflect both critical insight and scholarly rigor, serving as a foundational blueprint for their thesis or further academic inquiry. There are several learning strategies to be implemented in this class. Number 1 is lecture, in which the lecturer explains the topics related to method of literary research. It implies that the lecturer is responsible for introducing, clarifying, and contextualizing the various stages, methods, and theories that fall under the scope of this course. In this case, there are several things that the lecturer gives to the students. Number 1, provides background knowledge about literary research. Number 2, explains key themes and literary issues in literary research. Number 3, guides students in critical thinking by connecting texts to historical, cultural, and philosophical backgrounds. Number 4, uses lectures, discussions, and media to illustrate complex literary research methods. Number 5, facilitates analysis by modeling how to read and interpret various literary works critically. And number 6, encourages cross-cultural understanding through discussions of literature from diverse perspectives. Besides lecture, we will also implement presentation. Lecturer and students discuss the topics related to methods of literary research in this context. It refers to an interactive teaching and learning process where both the lecturer and the students actively engage in conversations and critical dialogue about themes, authors, texts, and ideas found in literature. In this case, there are several things that the lecturer and the students can do. Number one, open-ended questions posed by the lecturer and responded by the students. Number two, students' presentations or group discussions. Number three, debates on the meaning of a text or theme. Number four, sharing personal or cultural insights that relate to the literature being studied. And number five, collaborative analysis of literary issues. And the last strategy is article review and writing project. In this case, students are assigned to write an academic paper on literary research. This means that the students have been given a task or homework to create a formal written work. In this case, it's an academic paper that focuses on literature. So, the students need to select a topic related to literature from various genres, study it carefully, and then write a formal paper discussing its themes, significance, historical context, or other relevant aspects. And now, we will discuss the first material of Methods of Literary Research class, which is the current issues in literary study. The objective of this first material is students are able to understand current issues in literary studies. This means that the students will develop a critical awareness of contemporary debates, emerging trends, and key transformations in the fields of literary studies. They will engage with recent scholarly discussion, including those related to post-theory developments, intersectionality, eco-criticism, digital literature, decolonial perspectives, and the global circulations of texts. Through this engagement, students will not only recognize the evolving landscape of literature and criticism, but also be able to contextualize their own research within broader academic conversations and socio-cultural dynamics. The discussion covers the very basic ideas of research in the context of literary study and the current issues developing in the domain of literary study. Therefore, the students can discuss the key ideas that help explain how literary study functions, why it matters, and what distinguishes it from one to another issues of study. But before we go further, we need to define first what exactly literary study is. Literary study is an academic discipline that focuses on the analysis of literature. It involves the systematic examinations of literary texts, such as novels, poems, plays, short stories, and etc., within their cultural, sociological, psychological, and textual contexts. Literary studies is a dynamic and multifaceted academic discipline dedicated to the critical analysis, interpretations, and evaluations of literary texts across genres, such as novels, poems, plays, and short stories. It involves not only close reading and textual analysis, but also situating these texts within a wide range of contextual frameworks, including cultural, historical, sociological, philosophical, and psychological perspective. Through literary studies, scholars explore how literature reflects, shapes, and challenges human experience, societal norms, ideologies, and artistic conventions. The discipline encourages the development of analytical thinking, interpretive skills, and theoretical insight, making it a vital part of the humanities and broader academic inquiry. The field of literary studies is dynamic and constantly evolving, shaped by ongoing debates, technological innovations, and socio-cultural transformations. In this case, literary studies is not a static discipline. It continuously adapts and expands in response to new intellectual currents, emerging technologies, and shifting cultural landscapes. Contemporary literary scholarship engages with critical debates around identity, power, ethics, environment, media, and representations. The digital revolutions, for instance, has introduced new forms of literature, such as hypertext fiction and digital poetry, challenging traditional notions of narrative and authorship. At the same time, global movements and social change drive scholars to re-examine literary canons and include diverse voices. This evolving nature makes literary studies an exciting and relevant field for interpreting both historical texts and contemporary cultural phenomena.
Universitas Teknokrat.